In this video, I want to share with you 3 powerful ingredients that you need in your life to take your game to the next level. Doesn't matter whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, professional, sports person or an artist. These are the 3 vital ingredients that you need to take your game to the next level. Let me use the Venn diagram to show this concept. I've always wondered that why is it that some people, in spite of being extremely ambitious, yet they are not very successful. I've also found people who are extremely willful. When I say willful, they are stubborn, determined, they just want what they want to have, and they have a sense of urgency of getting it, almost like a compulsive behavior, and they will never stop till they get what they want. They are very, very willful in nature. In spite of that, they don't taste the success that they aspire for. And then I've come across people who are very disciplined, but in proportion to the discipline that they show, consistently show, over a long period of time, if you look at the results or the accomplishments, it doesn't add up to much. And that's why I think this concept brings a lot of clarity. I'd like to give credit to Roger Hamilton, from whom I learned this concept. This is how I like to explain this concept to you. So like I said, it's not just ambition, it's not just discipline, it's not just willfulness. But there are times when we find people who are willful. There are times an individual may not be willful, but he may have the discipline. And then you have some people who are not willful, not disciplined, but they are extremely ambitious. Now let me explain. If you are willful and you are not disciplined and you are not ambitious, then what does that suggest to you? What kind of a person you are? I feel in this case, where you are willful, where you are stubborn, you know what you want. One of the indications of being willful but not disciplined and ambitious is the fact that you tend to listen much less, and you tend to operate a lot on assumption-based thinking. People who are having compulsive behavior disorder, like a drug addict, they want to have what they want to have. So that would be, a description of what is willful. So if you are willful, but not disciplined and not ambitious, it is going to be extremely dangerous, because then you will display the characteristics of you need a high every time. What if you are disciplined, but you're not ambitious and you're not willful? Have you come across people like that? I know of a person who was, traveling from Pune to Bombay, and he used to come and take a train in the morning and take the evening train from Bombay to go back to his home in Pune. And he did it not just for 1, 2 or 3 years. He did it for 29 years. In fact, there was a group of passengers who've been doing this very regularly, and when he completed 25 years, they honored him and distributed sweets, because it is quite a feat. 25 years, of having this routine of getting up at 4:30 in the morning, traveling for about 4 hours, working for about 7-8 hours, again traveling back for 4 hours, coming back home at around 11, and doing this consistently for 29 years. This person would, take a lot of discipline for that person to do that. But if you're disciplined, you're not willful, if you're not ambitious, then you're like a machine. You are a robot. Yeah? What if you are ambitious, but you are not disciplined and you are not willful? In this case, I feel you don't have to really stretch your thinking, because we know a lot of people who are ambitious. You can typically describe them as people who have uphill aspirations but downhill habits, and that's why we call them just dreamers. Now where it gets interesting is, what if you have two out of these and the third is missing? And if you are willful, if you are disciplined, but you are not ambitious, then what kind of a person are you? And in this case, you are willful, which means you're really stubborn about what you want. You're willing to pay the price in terms of discipline, but you are not ambitious. In this case, you are known as somebody who's nobody has a problem with you, but probably you are not happy with yourself because you have not gone into those untapped reservoirs of potential that you have been blessed with, and that is because you lack the ambition. What if you are disciplined, you are ambitious, but you are not willful? In this case, you are known as a person who is not an entrepreneur, and you don't have the trappings of an entrepreneur, but you have the trappings of being a career executive. You are disciplined, you are ambitious, but you're really not stubborn about what you want. And I'm saying stubborn in a good way. Career executives show the traits of being in the game for not what they can give, but what they can get. And eventually we know that these are people who get trapped into the lifestyle of making a living rather than making a life. Now we come to this last part, this box, where a person is willful and ambitious but not disciplined. How would you describe this person? Well, a very interesting word to describe this particular person who is willful and ambitious. You describe this person as a one-hit wonder. And we wonder what happened to this person who has so much of promise, so much of potential, and we thought they would go very far, but it is the discipline which cost them very dearly. Now, if you want to take your game to the next level, all these three must exist together. And let me tell you, as you're watching this video, it's a good time to reflect and ask which one of these you need to work on. And the good news is, all these can be acquired. You are not necessarily born with all this. You can learn and acquire all of these attributes. And if you do that, and if they exist together, you are in that sweet spot. You are in that sweet spot of life where you don't have to chase success, but by virtue of you being willful, disciplined, ambitious, you have this ability to attract opportunities. This is the sweet spot, and that's why we say that the DNA of an ideal entrepreneur or a professional, of a high achiever, is here. It's an intersection of being willful, being disciplined, being ambitious. I just want to close with a real story, real incident that happened. I happened to train one of the educational institutions, and they signed up Mr. Amitabh Bachchan as their brand ambassador. And this incident, I heard myself, and I believe it is true, and that's why I'm narrating it. It so happened that Mr. Bachchan was supposed to launch one of their apps in a big on-ground event where thousands of students, parents and teachers were going to be present. And it was a mega event organized on a large scale and in a very, very large auditorium. And the organizing committee was there just doing the last minute arrangements on a war footing. And it was 9 p.m. In the night, and they were preparing for the event the next evening. And they were shocked and surprised to see Amitabh Bachchan walk in himself. And from 9 o'clock to almost 12:30, he was there and rehearsing his 15-minute talk. When I heard this, I just couldn't help but wonder what gives this person the energy, the strength, the character to show these levels of commitment. And I think the answer is found in these 3 virtues that I just explained. He's extremely willful. He wouldn't take a no for an answer. I'm sure 9 o'clock when he walks in, he has to give up a lot of things which are there. He needs to prioritize. He needs to show a lot of discipline to stay up there till about 1 o'clock. Now he's a person who has spent 4 decades in the industry. He has the credibility, he has the charisma. He can get up from the bed and make it happen. But no, he is disciplined. He doesn't take these opportunities for granted because he is also ambitious. For him, it's a new day, it's a new challenge, and that's the character of being ambitious. You just don't settle in life. I hope this video helps. Please take a look at where you need to focus on to really up your game. And I wish you outrageous success in the days to come. Thank you. I love to shoot these videos and show and explain some concepts for your personal development. I hope it helps, and I love to hear your comments, and do write to me what would be some of the concepts that you would like me to cover, and I would love to do that. Please like our videos, please share your comments, and also share these videos with people who you feel will benefit from these videos. Also subscribe to our channel so that you are the first to get notified whenever I post our latest video. Thank you very much.